What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on our channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we have decided to start this journey to talk about DJ-related content such as product reviews, tips and tricks, trends, and tell our stories as DJs. So whether you're a seasoned DJ or a new DJ just getting started into the DJ world, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start this intro. All right, guys,
Yo,
here we go at it again. Another video, another live, and today we have a special guest. He actually worked with me, and he is my ride or die on this event. Yeah, we've been talking in the background for a little bit, but let me go ahead and introduce to you guys the star of the night, my MC, Peewee on the mic. Let me go ahead
hey,
and add him
we
here.
we need an applause button like on the podcast. The people doing the applause.
We're working on it, but
Thank you guys. Thank you so much, DJ Shay. Thank you, DJ Pretty Boy. Thank you for bringing me onto the cast. I'm super excited.
Yes, man.
Thank you for having
Welcome,
me. Thank you for having
welcome
me.
to the show.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
so first things first, go ahead and tell everyone like about you, about yourself. And then
Cool.
we'll start going with like some questions that we have for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So of course, you guys could probably see my name here. It's Peewee on the mic. I work with DJ Pretty Boy, Las Rocas Entertainment. Man, so I'm pretty much born United States, Virginia, and my family comes from Guatemala. So Spanish is my background, and yeah, man, that's pretty much me. Just a kid that was raised by Spanish parents and here in America, and we made it. So that's me.
Yeah,
I
let's
guess
go.
so. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of the stuff. So tell me what initially drew you to like doing emceeing weddings and like all this type of events? Like what is there a particular moment or an experience that sparked that interest in you to MC?
Well, I'm gonna keep it 100%. I never thought it was in my path, and really never. I was never really a big spokesperson on like front of big crowds or anything like that. But what started this was pretty much COVID. During that time, we just went live. We DJ Pretty Boy started mixing out, and I was like, man, he was just doing lives by himself, and I was like, I kind of wonder how it would be if I'm just on the mic talking to whoever's on the live and stuff like that. So I did. I was like, hey, let's do it together. And so I jumped in there, and then from there, I just started talking to the people that were on the live stream, and one thing led to another. We started hitting up gigs, and man, I started doing it, and I like it now. Like, I think such a good passion.
Oh, that's interesting. So you started emceeing like on lives,
Lives,
and
yeah.
like, oh, that's really interesting. I haven't heard that because yeah, a lot of DJs, people were doing streaming on during COVID, and it was like, you'd talk to the people, but I've never seen anybody like have a dedicated MC or like even like a
Yeah.
MC live. So that's interesting.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so like he said, I started doing lives because look, bro, we were bored. There was no business.
But yeah, I was
So
doing the same thing. I was doing the same thing, man.
so I was like, yo, I'm gonna go live. So I started like doing my lives and things, and every now and then I'll have like a couple of friends in my living room listening to the music while I'm like
Yeah.
doing that. And then one time, I was like, yo, I think you have a voice, and like he like I told you before, he has the what do I want to say? I don't know. He has something that like it
The
calls
aura,
people
the
the
aura.
aura. Yeah, he
Yeah, man.
has that.
Like,
So I'm
put
like,
some
yo,
spice on it.
what? Yeah, I'm like, why don't you just, grab the mic and then just like start talking or messing around with the people that are watching? Because
Yep.
Yeah.
I usually used to get like what, like 50 people, like 20 to 50 people like watching my stuff, and then he at first he was really scared. It was funny. At first he was really scared to talk, but
Yeah.
then little bit I was like, yo, what's the worst that can happen? People just watching you, so it's really not much.
Just
And
watching.
then yeah, they're just watching and like it's
Honestly, yeah, that's
like
how it started.
entertainment. I was like, I was like, and you guys, there's something about you that is just like calls like people like the good a vibe. You have a really good vibe.
That's
So
right.
he started doing it. he got used to it, and then I was like, I think we can do this professionally. So let's go into
Yeah.
the stuff. Let's start doing the weddings and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay. But his first gig, but we'll get into that. But
Oh,
his
we'll get
first
into
gig,
that.
his
Yeah.
first
Oh
gig,
man.
it
Yeah.
was a it was a quince.
Oh
That was
man.
his first event.
We
But we'll
got
get
that.
into that.
Yeah.
Let,
We'll get to that.
so
First,
what's up with
shout out. We got Smiley in the
Smiley?
chat. Smiley, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Our faithful fan, Smiley's always here.
Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
Smiley.
We got Peewee on the mic.
Yes, sir.
An MC doing it big right now in the DMB. He works with me in the LRE. And yeah, we just, writing some questions. If you have any questions for like MCing wise, let us know and he can definitely answer it for you, or Shay, as he does MCing too. I'm here just to ask questions because I don't MC. So yeah. All right. So the
I don't
second
empty the
question
same way.
I got for you is, what do you believe sets apart a great MC from others, from an average one?
Well, that's actually a really good question. I say because there is different type of MCing, honestly. Like it could different things like quinces, weddings, even MCs that are in clubs. I think somebody that's great MC would be something that when you do at private parties, not something you do like at a club. Because a club, I mean, really anybody can just shout things and everybody's gonna be lit. They're not really paying attention to what you're saying. But when it comes down to quinces and weddings, I feel like it's different. I feel like everybody you grab that attention, or some people want to sit down and not dance, but man, I go out there and be like, hey, come on, let's dance, like let's get up there, let's do this, you know. So I just feel like I'm still learning as well, but I feel like when I'm in there, how I believe I'm great is I kind of get out there and grasp somebody and be like, hey, come on, let's go dance. We're out here. We're here to have a good time. I just feel like everybody has their own little things that they're good. So I feel like that's what makes me a good MC, because make everybody come out here and dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got DJ Palacios in the building too. He says shouts.
My good sir, DJ Palacios.
Shout out. He's watching. He's letting us know. We appreciate that. It's good to know people are watching too. So saludos.
That's right. That's right.
Well, just thank you for your time, man. I appreciate that. And if you have any questions about MCing, feel free to let us know, and we can answer to you English or Spanish.
Yeah, and to what Peewee said, I think that's the biggest limitation that I have. You know, when it's like when you're anybody that's doing DJing, when you don't have a dedicated MC, right? Is like we're trapped behind the booth because we're changing the music.
Yeah.
You can't get out there into the crowd and really interact with them the same way. So that kind of leads it. I guess I'm not trying to take over, but a question that I have, because it's something that comes up, is that like if you have to describe, like, let's say a client is interested in booking you guys, and they're asking like, okay, what's your MC style? Like how do you usually answer that? Or like if or maybe Diego has to answer that for you, like if he's doing the bookings. But like when someone asks you like what's your style, like if they're trying to get an idea from an answer from you, like what it looks like how you MC, like what would you say?
I typically let them know that I'm there to have their people have a good time. So I'm more of an outgoing person. So I'll literally tell them like, hey, for example, like I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna grab your people. I'm gonna tell them they gotta be out here and dance. You know, like that's my job, is I'm gonna hype your people up. Even when I'm sitting out there and before the groomsmen or bride go into the like venue, like even just talking to them, I'm like, hey, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to hype you guys up. It's just that's the type of person I am. So when a client says, "Hey, what kind of MC you are?" I'll be like, I'm here to hype you guys up. I'm a hype. I'm crazy, like
a hype man.
Like a hype man. Yeah, I'm pretty much a hype man. That's what I am. Yeah, like if you follow my energy, even if you look at like Las Rocas Entertainment videos, man, I'm out there. Like I'm with the crowd, or I come back, check up on Diego, be like, hey, are you about to change on some music? And then he's like, yeah, we're going to go this route. And then boom, I just announce it, get people ready that we're getting ready to change the different genre. You know, we're going to go into salsa or something. But
yeah.
No,
that's interesting. Yeah. Cause that's the thing. Like when people ask me that, I have to say, like, like I MC, I can make announcements, I can hype people up, but it's all from behind the booth, So if you're looking for somebody that can like really get out there and get into the crowd and really be out in front of the crowd, it's like, I'm not going to be able to do that. I just kind of tell them that straight up. But
Absolutely.
So Peewee has like kind of like three jobs in one. He does the MCing, so the ceremony part.
Yep.
yeah,
Then he does the hyping, so he's hyping everybody else. And three, he's like a plant. In the DJ term,
yeah,
plant is the people that you take to just dance, even though nobody's dancing. You have them dancing.
yeah.
He's kind of like the plant as well, because he's like dancing by himself in the middle of the floor, and everybody's like there, but he's just telling them, "Hey, come on, let's dance. You can't sit down." Like
Yeah.
that's one
Oh,
thing.
I'm
Like
out
he
You're
doesn't care.
dancing.
Yeah,
Don't
he
care.
doesn't care, bro. It's crazy. Like I'm like, I'll be tripping.
So
But
your dance floor is never empty because you got Peewee on there at all times, no matter what.
Yeah,
yeah,
I go
pretty
out there
much.
and just pull them up. Like there's somebody will
Yeah.
be on the phone and I'm like they'll be on the phone.
Sound it.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, Facebook can wait. Come on, let's go
Yeah.
dance. It's stuff like that. Like
Yeah, that's super. That's so helpful as a DJ too, because it's like
Yeah, but
even if your music like isn't like you're not playing the right song, it's like your dance floor's still gonna be lit because there's like someone coming up to you and being like, come up, like come join the whatever the
Yeah.
couple or whoever it is.
absolutely.
but it also depends on like the way you say it. The way he has a way of saying things that don't sound rude or mean or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
It don't even sound pushy.
Yeah,
Like it's just
or
like, okay,
annoying.
everybody like smiling or whatever and just going at it.
Shoot,
But
I'll throw like a joke in there or something, or I'll make a move like I'm reeling them in, like I'll throw like a fish, like
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just be like, "Come on, I know you want to dance," and man, then they just get out there and start doing it.
Yeah.
it's really, yeah,
He
but
says
like you
he's
say,
feeling the dance floor and reporting to Diego.
Yeah, that's right.
you know what? In a way, yes, that is true.
Very
There are times that he comes out to me. He's like, "Hey, you should play. I don't know, play some cumbia." Because he probably heard someone like, "Oh, like hopefully
Yeah,
he
you could
plays
hear,
cumbia or
or
something."
like you can
So,
see how everyone's reacting. Like,
That's
you're
right.
you're actually in there.
yeah,
All we see is the people that are all the way on the outside.
Yep.
And then the people's backs that are
we
facing
we
us.
also can hear conversations. He can because he's
Yeah.
right there. So
Yeah.
that's another. And I have usually when I take a cameraman with me, you always gonna see that person dancing too, because I'm like, yo, go dance, and, like listen to the crowd, see what they
Mhm.
say, and come tell
That's
me.
true.
That
That's
way,
true.
like, yeah, they're working, but they're also having fun, both ways,
Yeah.
and then I get the feedback because that's what I
Yeah, that's
need.
true. That's a huge, because that's the thing. Like I've been feeling that in my last few events too, where it's like I can only really see the people that are on the outside of the dance floor, and I see
You
how
can't
those
see the
few
center.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see how like the main people in the middle are reacting. So I'm like really trying to like look around people to see like on the middle of the dance
You're like
floor.
this.
Yeah, I need like some binoculars sometimes. But it's
Yeah,
like, then you end up playing to just the people that are on the outside of the dance floor who aren't like the people that are lit are all in the middle, like the people who are like the party's all based around. So that's definitely a huge, it's like a mole. Like you have
The
you
mole,
have
yes,
like
pretty much.
somebody on the inside, inside man.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
no, absolutely.
the more that you have, the better, because then you get different inputs. And then obviously at the end of the day, I make the decision where we going, but I get the feedback and I have like different opinions. So I'm like, okay, I can go with this. Pee said cumbia, but then I don't know, my other friend is like, he comes and tells me, oh, play I don't know, like hip hop. I'm be like, all right, I'm gonna go to cumbia. If it doesn't work, cumbia and hip hop, you can mix them because they're almost at the same BPM. You just gotta find,
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
things like that.
Palacios is
Uh,
a question.
How do you draw the line between hype and being invasive? Oh, that's for people, not for me.
Yeah. So I want to say more of a hype is gonna start mainly when the party is already started. Like once they're already on the dance floor, that's mainly when my whole hype starts. I would say invasive, maybe more when like leading moments to the hypeness. That's really where I start guiding people. Like, hey, um, we're gonna start. We're gonna go with I guess depending on what the ceremony is happening. If it's a quince, like right after their like surprise dance, that's more of a directing, and then I kind of just say, hey, we're gonna get ready to open this dance floor, and then that goes into
So
the hype.
to just change to a different perspective, his question is, when is it like when do you know when you're hyping up people or when you're annoying them?
Oh damn.
Invasive.
No, that's very true. You know what? Honestly, there's
It has
there's
happened. Oh no, it had happened. I remember one of
yeah.
our events. It was a backyard wedding that we had, and then this guy was really drunk, and then Peewee was just like, "Yo, come," but he wouldn't get up and dance, but he would dance on his seat. You know, he would just
Mm,
move around, and people like,
Mhm.
"Yo, come and dance here, come and dance here." So at one point, he just got upset that he kept that people was like, "Yo, come, come," you know, trying to bring him into the party because he was just
yeah,
like dancing by himself. So once he saw that, then he was like, all right, I'm just gonna back off and then like move around. And then later on that night, he comes in and starts dancing. Like, bro,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I guess some people you can kind of tell that, they're not like they're not comfortable being put on the spot. So yeah, I'll probably backtrack. You can kind of feel it. But most of the time, I mean, I've never really had
it's
anything.
rare.
Yeah, it's really
It's
rare.
rare.
Most people like it, and honestly, they're like, at the end of the party, they're like, "Man, yeah, like you guys are good," and then they start asking for cards. Like, I like how you actually brought out like the crowd out to the dance floor. Kept the party going. So
I'll tell you one thing, and it doesn't bother me at all, but it's funny. 95% of the people go up to Pee Wee at the end of the night.
yeah.
Nobody comes to
No,
me.
but so that's what I was saying. Remember, so when we were talking about AI, we were talking about how the MC. I think the MC is a lot of what people base the whole party off of, like how you were as an MC. So because we were talking about this in a couple episodes ago. It's like I feel like the parties where I give the most like referrals and I get asked the most is like when I'm on the mic and I'm MCing. I'm the one like announcing everything, and people. I feel like people hear me and they feel like they've like gotten to know me better versus the ones where I'm like quiet and I haven't really said much and I've only done the dance floor. It's like I get less like interaction from the crowd and I get less like referrals and stuff. People asking for who
That's
I am.
because there's no connection.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
that's
the
true.
more you MC, the more people get to know you just by hearing you.
Yeah, so
So the connection is
that's why I
there.
think that's why like people when people think of LRE, like they probably honestly like their mind they probably think of Peewee. Like that's like the face, because that's who they see at the events.
Probably that's basically what they see. Like if you look at my gig logs, you only see me loading, and that's it. After that, you see Pee Wee and
Running
everybody
everywhere.
else.
Yeah.
You don't see
Yeah, so
me.
I think that's it's true, and that's why it's like that's the thing I think people sticks in people's minds. It's like the music is like the music is obviously has to be good, but it's like then whatever they associate it with is like the guy who was on the dance floor, like coming
Doing
up to
Yeah.
the
their face and doing this and stuff.
Well, that's mainly what you said, DJ Shay. Like honestly, it's kind of hard to put yourself doing both things. Like either you got your full focus on putting music where you're gonna play next, because I know
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure, and I see it because like when Diego's out there, he looks calm and collected, but I know when he's like, all right, I gotta do this, and he's like, what am I gonna play next? And like I can see him focusing on what he's got to do. So
yeah.
he has his full attention on that. Me, on the other hand, I have my
You're
worries
on
too.
the party.
Oh, but
Yeah,
I have my worries too. Like I'm not every single time I go into a party, I'm not calm and collected. I mean, there's times where I'm like, I have my heart in my throat, and I'm like, all right, man, it's just getting my feet wet is the hardest part. Once I'm in there, I'm in the
yeah.
zone. But that's the thing, though. You like, there's so much pressure when you're a DJ, and there's so much pressure when you're an MC, and then you having to do both items. Man, that I give you props for that because that must be very hard.
Yeah, well, I honestly I think most guys and like especially on YouTube, like I think Palacio is the same way, but like it's like one man show. It's like we
Yeah,
do everything. So it's like I think we're kind of used to it, but it's just like having it extra, having that separate help for all these
hmm
reasons that we're talking about definitely gives you all these advantages and like just makes it I think a lot of ways it can make it a better experience for the party.
yeah,
and a better experience for ourselves too, because there's so much crap that we have to worry about
Yeah.
that with somebody else, like with Peewee, I don't have to worry about other things that he handles. And thank you, Palacios. Yes, I also think we make a really good team. I think we complement each other. and like we know each other since like little, since he was like 7, 8.
Yeah.
We lived in the trailer park, so it was like a very small community. So man, we know each other for a very long time, so we have the connection. And the plus is that he's my brother-in-law, so like it's just everything is it came together. So, but yeah, and it's just fun. And another thing is that how people just come up to you, start asking for songs and whatever. So I usually have Peewee taking that,
Yep.
and he can come up to me because like they're like, "Yo, can you play the song that goes la 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 la?"
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I must stop everything I'm doing just to try to figure out what song you want.
Right in the
Yeah,
middle of a transition or something too.
Yeah,
that's right. And
so I
sometimes it
have
doesn't even correlate. Like there's times where like we're in the middle of like
Oh
salsa, and then they want to throw hip hop out of nowhere, and it's like we're
yeah.
in a different location. So I kind of try to take all that feedback to myself and then kind of let him do his thing. And then little by little, if we start dying down, I'll be like, all right, this guy wanted this. And I'll tell Diego, it's like, hey, maybe put some of this. It might throw the party a different way. So
Yeah, Palacio says that his niche has an MC most of the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, here in New York, New Jersey, a lot of places have like a separate MC. Or what they do is they have the DJ, like they have an assistant. So like during the entrance and stuff, the DJ, like you see Bar doing it, right? Like he's the DJ, but he'll go out and MC the entrances
yeah,
while his assistant plays the music. But
yeah.
then during like DJing during the dance floor, it's just him, basically doing everything. His assistant doesn't hype anything up. He just taking video
Right,
the whole
yeah,
time.
and I'm glad you brought up DJ Bar because man, that was one of my first. Like he inspired me honestly.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
Diego or DJ Pretty Boy so happened to send me a video of him. It's like, hey, check out this guy, and I just started picking up little things from like how he says things, his little lines,
Yeah, doing
and
the
then
bilingual
yeah,
MC.
dude, like I learned a lot from him honestly, and it kind of
Yeah.
just like that's really what pushed me to go ahead and start doing weddings because yeah, that quince messed me up. The one that we are probably gonna go into
Yeah, now
soon.
we gotta talk about that because
yeah. So okay, so another question: can you share a I can't say that word.
Memorable.
Yeah, that. You see how connected we are?
See,
A memorable experience or a story that you can remember about emceeing an event.
man. Well, I guess we're gonna touch that right now. Then on the quince, that's gonna be my number one for me that I remember the most. One, because I feel like the they were not organized. Me myself, I wasn't organized. I thought I was gonna walk and it was gonna be cake, so I didn't even prep myself or anything like that. So I pretty much let this family down. Um, I mean, I wanted to go home because like I was like, damn, I messed up. It didn't come out right. I wasn't communicating with the family, the parents, the quinceañera. I mean, no planning at all. So it threw things off, and it just kind of threw me off. But what I did learn from it was that it was the first and last time that was ever going to happen to me again. From there, I actually got a redemption because we ended up doing a couple other DJs and weddings and quinceañeras that family was there and they were able to see how great I was, like that I could really do what I do and how great it turned out to be. So I feel like I redempt myself in that way where I can show them that I was great. It's just that their quinceañera, I feel really bad that it didn't come out the way it needed to come out. But again, it left me scarred, and I always prep now. That's my number one thing. I'm always on DJ Pretty Boy. Hey, send me the list. Send me the list so I can prep myself and make sure I'm lined up correctly. But that's gonna be the number one for me.
So that was your first event you were
That was
talking about?
my first event. And again, like I said, I thought I was walking into like hey, this is gonna be simple. I got it. I'm Peewee on the mic.
Yeah.
Nah, man, prepping is important. I don't care who you are. Prep yourself because it's different, and sometimes things change. Like you can prep yourself, but in the moment things change. They want to now change their entrances. Oh, they added one more person. Like you
Right.
got to be prepared for all those little curveballs. But if you're at least prepped with what they put on list, then you should be okay.
like the thing was like it was his first event, and he'd never been in front of like, so many people.
Yeah.
Put the
Yeah.
spotlight on him, and like literally he couldn't say anything. Like he choked, he froze.
Oh, yeah. Froze.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
and
go
it
ahead.
was it was bad. And then the luckily the guy the parent, he was a good friend of ours,
Yeah.
of ours. So he used to MC in Peru. He's Peruvian. The wife
Oh.
was Mexican. So he took over the MCing part
Oh,
because
really?
Yep.
again I couldn't do it. And then Peewee, he just felt like shit.
I
Obviously.
felt like, yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Oh,
literally
wow.
like he was gone for like good 45 minutes. Like I was like, where is he? Like
Oh,
and then
shit.
kind of
Yeah.
find out is like he called my sister telling him that he wanted to leave because he messed up and that he was embarrassed. He didn't want to
Yeah.
see me. He didn't want to see the crowd. And then at the end of the night, I was like, bro, don't worry about it. It'll get better. You'll get
Yeah.
better. It's fine. And I'm
Wow.
glad that he didn't quit. I'm glad that he just like what some people just like, no, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what after
No,
first time.
he didn't quit. And then at that time I understood that I failed him too because I threw him in without any guidance and like anything. So once we went through this and we went through it together. So
Yeah.
So you
I was
both.
like, no. So I started like researching like how to MC. And
Yeah.
I
That's
sent
when you
him
sent me the DJ
I
bar.
sent him the DJ bar. I sent him like I created an intro for him and everything. And I sent it to him. I was like, make it your own, but have a bass.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
Yeah.
right. That's
and
right.
then that's how
Oh,
he
wow.
started getting. And now bro, he won't shut up.
Honestly, it's true. That's how it started. But he's right
Oh,
though,
wow.
because I could have just easily thrown in the towel and be like, you know what, I messed up, I'm done. But no, actually, it made me who I am now. I feel like I take that piece and never again. Like I'll never feel
Yeah,
that way
you're
again.
like, I never want to feel like that again.
Nah, man.
Well, that's
Honestly,
crazy because that's your first event. So you're like, yo, this, you could have just been like, this isn't for me, like I'm not built for this. And then just like quit right there. But this is now you're here like what, like 3-4 years later, and you've probably done like hundreds of events.
ooh, yeah, man. And I've been killing it since then.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
now he eats them. Now he eats every event. He cooking. He cooking now.
yeah,
Because
man.
read what Smiley said.
Yeah, Smiley said, yeah, it's hard to do both. Sometimes you got people in your ear. The song is ending. The request coming. Bride and groom have other announcements. Take away the stress of two people.
That's
Definitely.
right. That's
Yes,
right.
Smiley.
We got L Podcast. What's up? I think this is your first time. Welcome to the show, L Podcast.
He's been
Let's
around.
go, New York.
I remember
New
him.
York.
He was the one that wanted to have the show in Spanish.
Oh,
We will soon have a Spanish show with Peewee, myself, and I'll invite you on the live to have one in Spanish.
yeah, and I'll have subtitles for me.
Yeah, and then we'll throw some.
I can understand Spanish. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but he's been an MC for around 7 years. That's dope.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, so we
And
can
then-
definitely learn a lot of stuff from you too. So that's great. I'll be a great.
And
conversation.
maybe MCing in Spanish too, because that's a whole nother thing.
Oh
too.
yeah, absolutely. You got to be able to switch up your words here and there, or some people want Spanglish, so you got to be able to
Do both.
incorporate
Yeah, be
English,
versatile.
Spanish. Yeah, that's right. That can be challenging at times too.
Yeah. And
What's
DJ
up,
Danny,
Danny?
what's up, DJ Danny?
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for stopping by.
We
Appreciate
got
that.
Peewee. We got Peewee in the house. We're talking about MCing today.
DJ Danny, thank you. What's going on, man?
So, Peewee, how do you tailor your approach when emceeing different type of events, such as weddings or like birthday parties, corporate events, or any celebrations, basically?
For me, I want to say quinceañeras and weddings have the same vibe. That's gonna be always MCing and then being a hype man. Maybe more in events like grad parties or house parties. That just has a volume because I'm not really talking much unless if I'm just hyping or if I'm announcing like food or where's the bathroom and stuff like that, or if there's a car outside that needs to be moved. That's really the only time it's different for me. But most parties are typically the same for me.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah, like grad parties and birthdays is just like, the food's go get the food now or something, or like
Pretty much, yeah.
basic announcements, but it's not like
Or hyping
not
them
as
up
like
to
the
dance.
performances and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, Palacio says Spanish emceeing words are very proper as a challenge. Oh, interesting. So
Yes.
it's like there's like different
Yeah.
words I guess you use for
And
like specific
emceeing
words.
emceeing in Spanish it's a little more difficult
It
because
is.
you have to use these big ass words that are unnecessary. Because
Yeah, or there's
majority of
sometimes
these people don't even understand.
or there's sometimes there's like things that I kind of like forget. It's like, oh dang, how do you say this? And then like, but I quickly have to fix it and say it. But honestly, my Spanish has gotten so much better. MCing in Spanish, it's crazy. Like I feel like my
Mhm.
Spanish is so much better now. I even feel comfortable doing it in Spanish.
Yeah,
So
and
what would you say are like what's something that you are currently like working on? I would say like in your emceeing, like in your craft.
Right now, I wouldn't say improvising. Like if there's kind of like dead silence somewhere, maybe better choice of words, somewhere where like I can keep everybody's attention on me, like to keep it flowing. So
Yeah.
I want to say improvising is gonna be my biggest thing, and especially improvising in Spanish.
Mm.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be my biggest thing that I'm still working on,
Yeah, that's true.
but I get
It's
better at it. Hmm.
it's
well, you,
hard because it's like, you know, it's like what do you like you say jokes or like, you know, like what do you do sometimes, you know, when it's like if there's like some kind of switch up or like a time where there's like a quiet time, you know, where there's like I don't know, somebody's not ready, you know, like somebody's like the next person isn't ready yet
Yeah,
or like you got like
that's
a dead time basically. Like what do you
I hate that time. I
Yeah,
yeah.
hate when there is all like
But it
silence.
happens pretty often though, because like either someone's not ready because they didn't have their shoe on, and I already said their name,
right,
and then
exactly.
so right there when that happens, I'll be like, I guess you guys didn't hear me. I need some noise because, and then I present them again, and then they're ready to come out. That's something like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because sometimes they're not ready or something happens, and yeah, and it kind of I try to not have any downtime or quiet time. I try to just keep going.
Yeah, say something. That's why for me, but when I'm DJing, I just like start playing the music like loudly, you know. But I don't really say much during that time. But I just like start playing a song, you know,
Yeah.
like or say like, all right, give us a second, we're just
Like
waiting for them. To, then I just play
that's what
music
I do.
super
I
loud.
try to have
Hmm.
when he's talking, I try to have like a really like mellow song,
Yeah, in
like
the
an
background.
instrumental. Yeah, so just in case, because before he didn't have the spark of like, oh damn, it's a dead silence. Let me say something.
Hmm.
So I had to put the music, and I'm just used to it. But now I don't have to because he knows like when it's like 2 3 or a minute or two, a man 2 or 3 seconds, he like, hey, come on guys, let me hear some noise or like clap
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
He'll say something to keep to keep the engage,
Keep
and
the
then
keep the energy up.
yeah, and give time to whatever was supposed to
That's
happen
right.
because 9 times out of 10 they never ready.
They're
They
never
Yeah,
ready.
have the timeline, bro. They look at the timeline. We tell them, okay, at this time you're gonna do this, and they're not ready. Like,
yeah,
you serious?
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes it's better to put them at ease because sometimes the party group would be like very shy to go out there and do their thing. I'm like, you guys don't need to be shy. I'm the one that's shy right now because I
yeah,
have to make sure you guys are glowing. So I kind of try to
yeah,
put the pressure on me, and they're like at ease. But that's typically what we do though. Like
yeah.
even
That
as an
makes sense.
MC, I really have to take over like the control of things. Same with Diego, because sometimes they're just too late in doing things. It's like, hey, we're gonna cut the cake. Hey, we're gonna do the first dance. Hey,
Yeah,
like
like
I try to take over and just make it my own, pretty much.
So
yeah.
with that comes to this perfect question. How do you strike a balance between keeping the event on schedule and allowing for spontaneous moments to for improvisation?
Yeah, no, that yeah, typically what we got into here. Yeah, there's gonna be times where I feel like maybe the people are kind of feeling the music. So at that time, to kind of expedite things that they have planned on doing in the party, I try to take advantage of that time. Like, hey, it looks like your people are feeling the music. How about we go straight on getting the cake over with? That way they can hit the dance floor. So like stuff like that I see, I try to just go out there and do it. Or if we're running out of time and we're kind of like already like surpassing dinner or something, I'll be like, hey, dinner was supposed to be over at this, let's try to catch up on time and do this. So
You're
that's
playing like event coordinator too, or like
yeah.
event planner, day of coordinator.
Hmm. Or there's times where like even people are not ready or something, and then kind of like kills our flow. We kind of let them run their time. maybe closer
Yeah.
to when it comes down to the dance floor, just so they're just talking, or maybe they're still getting drinks in their body so they can let loose. Drink, like, that's the thing about parties too, because when there's no alcohol involved in most of these parties, those are a little bit hard to get them to move and stuff. So I need to definitely improvise a lot and kind of take control of everything there, because they got nothing to really. Somebody can say they don't dance, but when they got drink in you, then man,
Yeah,
they lose. They start dancing or something. Those are easier parties
you
to
need that
hype up.
for sure. Let's hit this questions. We got
So,
Smiley in the chat. I have my first corporate event this Saturday. Nice, man. Congrats. MC for this event probably different. Yeah, I wonder what that'll be like. I hope it'll be easier because it's for the opening of a community pool. Nice. And then
Oh
they
yeah.
asked me for insurance / W-9 for taxes, so different what I'm used to. But I might also DJ an event for the county. I work with the county, and they found out I DJ too. Nice. So possibly another corporate event for June 13th. Nice, man. Yeah,
the, the,
that could be a good like source of events for sure.
the only thing about like MCing for corporate events is that it's a lot of talk. Not that's a lot of like announcing. It's a lot of announcing because you
Yeah.
gotta announce this, the winner for this, and then
Yeah, we
this
had
is
one
that.
of those
It's
recently.
a lot of
Mhm.
announcing. It's like it's annoying at times. I think it's annoying because it's too much.
Hmm.
A wedding, you follow this plan, but on corporate events, like on weddings, you already know, like the first portion is going to be a lot of talking, and
Yeah.
then the party. But here is like you have this here, and then you doing this, and then you doing this, and then you doing this, and you have to announce every single thing.
Hmm.
You
That
know,
one
like
can be a little bit more of a nerve wracking at my point, because you're doing a lot of talking. You're doing raffles. You're doing this. They want you to like follow a script thing to say, so you don't want to trip up your words. Or sometimes they want you to do it in Spanish for some Spanish speakers that are there. So like corporates, not really my thing. But hey, I mean, I try to tackle it either way. But corporates can be a little bit hard because it's a lot of talking, and they want you to say the things that they have for you.
Yeah, I haven't done one like that. Like I've done some. Yeah, I haven't done a corporate like that. I've done some corporate like company party or something, but that's pretty like it's more just like they're there to like party and
Kind of
stuff.
like
But
party, yeah.
I've seen other gig logs where people have to like they have a whole like timeline that's super strict, and it's like now you would announce this, you announce this, you announce that. So it's like that could definitely be tough. And one thing I'll say about the insurance is I just renewed my insurance, so that was like a week ago. But I buy insurance for the whole year. Do you get insurance, Diego? And how do you usually buy it?
I get the monthly one, so I
Oh, you
pay
do it
monthly for
monthly.
insurance. Yeah.
I bought a year because this one like it ends up being the company I do it is RV Nuccio, and it's like they have a monthly one, but it's like if you calculate it, it's like way more than just buying for the year. So for the year, it's like $265 for the entire year, and
Uh-huh.
so I just pay that once a year, and then they cover everything. It's liability insurance only, which is what you need for the events.
Yeah.
I don't buy the one that covers the gear because I'm like if something happens to my gear, it's like I can replace it. Worst
Yeah.
case, but.
Or if they break your gear, I mean,
Yeah, if they break your gear, it's like
yeah,
you can go after them if you
That's
want.
right.
It's in the contract, so if they
Contract,
break
yeah.
it, they pay it.
But it's hard it could be hard to enforce. But yeah, I mean it's like I don't have that much gear that it's like if I had to buy a new speaker, I could I
Look,
could buy one.
the only thing that I believe we care about is our 44 G2s. The
Yeah.
rest it can break down, and then we can buy it again.
And that's
But
another
my
thing, because you
44
got
G2s,
some.
Oh, wait, for
Yeah.
your laptop though, bro. If someone messes up your laptop, that's like
that's
2 Gs right there.
Oof.
yeah, but it's I can get a Windows, and it's fine. It's cheaper and whatever. Or I
You
can
can
get
bust
another
out you can
Mac.
bust out the old Mac.
I can get
Yeah.
another Mac. That's fine. And like the music, I have it saved in different hard drives, so
Yeah.
it's not that huge of a deal. But my speakers, yes, those are the biggest deal. Like We
Yeah,
we
that.
take care of that.
The thing
We
is, the
take care of that, John.
speakers
So
are
Oh
hard
yeah.
to break too.
I
That's a
mean,
good thing.
especially with the speakers that we carry, people have, I guess, when they're lit or whatever, they decide to put their drinks, like their cups, on them, and
Yeah,
I'm
so
like, what are you
annoying.
doing? So
on the subwoofers.
yeah,
That's the problem with the subwoofers.
yeah, they put them on there, and it's like, bro. So I go in there, take them out, and it's like, don't put them on here, because yeah, it's imagine some
That's
of
why
the.
a lot of people have those no food and drink signs on their subs. I've seen a lot
Yeah,
of people with the 44s have those.
I was
Sometimes,
actually I was actually looking to put something like that, but it looks tacky.
Yeah,
I
it
I
does.
don't like it. Yeah, but
It
yeah,
it's
does.
funny when somebody does that. All I have to do, I give Peewee a look, and he already knows it. He like
yeah,
grabs it
boom.
and like
Yeah,
throws it away.
throw the
Yeah, he
drink in
throws
their
it.
face.
Or
No, like not
kids.
in the face,
Sometimes
but
the
like puts it
kids, if they
away.
have kids, they'll start touching all their equipment and stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
get out of
that's your uplights. Whenever I have uplights around the room, there's always kids. Like they're like looking down.
Or,
I'm like,
or
bro,
they
your
or
eyes gonna get.
they flip it in they flip it down, and
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you doing that? Like it doesn't make sense.
That's the thing.
Oh,
Uplights is like I'm like some of mine got cracked and stuff because people kick them by mistake and stuff. So I'm like I'm gonna have to replace some of mine. I feel like at some point, but those
Yeah.
things because they always get in people's ways. Like if they're walking by the wall or something like that.
and they're
But
so little too. So
yeah, I think and there's some of it that's it's wear and tear as some part of those small things are like part of it. But yeah, definitely like your speakers. The good thing is speakers are hard to break too though. So it's like if somebody spills a drink, obviously that's a bigger deal. But like if someone just like hits their foot on it or something, is like it takes a lot to break a speaker.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, especially ours, it takes a lot to tilt them. You can't
Yeah,
tilt. It's
yeah.
so
You
heavy.
can't
Like
fall. You have a good. You don't have to worry about them falling over or something.
yeah, you literally have to like really want to do it. Like on an accident, you won't, but you really have to want to do it to tilt it.
Hey, I tripped
Um,
over a speaker before.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you said something about that, Diego.
yeah. Remember, I put it on the video too.
You
I
put
put
something.
it
There's
on a
a
giggler.
monitor speaker right on the ground.
Yeah, he tripped over.
I mean, I was walking backwards as I was talking. All you hear is oh. And I just,
That's
That was
funny.
funny. All
Oh,
right, so
let's
let me
see. Podcast has a question.
get it.
How much do they charge for MC in the area where you live? Can we talk about how much?
that's really on our package and stuff like that. But if
Yeah,
I were to do it on my own, like somebody wanted my assistance on that, I would probably go for like 350. And I think that's honestly, it's pretty. It depends on the night and how much things they want to announce throughout the day. But if they were just wanting to contract me, I would say probably about 350, 250, depending on what
That's
it
pretty
is.
good. Yeah, I've seen people on websites. People have $500 for like adding on an MC, like people that break it down. But I think it's probably somewhere in that
yeah.
range.
It really depends on the area. I seen like here in Virginia, it goes from like it ranges from 100 to 500.
Mm-hmm.
In DC, it's 350 to 500 because obviously DC is more expensive than here in
Yeah.
Virginia. So
So I think it's
that's
probably somewhere in that.
that's the difference. New York, I think, is around the same, right? 350, 500.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I've seen it, I don't see it much, like because I don't see many other people's pricing. But when I've seen it, like when they say like add on an MC or something, I've seen that $500. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in like places where it's like the cost of living is more,
Yeah,
it's obvious it's gonna be more.
be
But
more.
like here in Virginia, it's like between I want to well if you're just starting, you're looking at 100.
Right.
And 350 between 100 and 350 depends on like your
So
height.
podcast is asking too though, but so you guys do it where you package it together.
Yeah, so I just include it into a package. So I have four packages. The very basic package, which is just 4 hours of DJing. That's it. That's all you get. And then you have the second one, which has and that includes an MC. The other three includes MC, and the one that is the full package or like the biggest package includes also the 360, the photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all of our packages are the only the basic one doesn't have MC. The rest have MC. So that's
Smiley
pretty
says
much all we
bah.
do.
He says, yeah, this Saturday the event's supposed to be 3 hours, 1 to 4 p.m., but they are doing some games.
Yeah. So now you
Right.
have to announce the games and then the winners and
Yeah,
like
so the
hype
game,
them out while they're playing.
yeah, the games might be a good opportunity for you to practice some MCing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
You're gonna
actually a really good one. Like,
games are tough, dude, because it's like everyone's might just sitting around. They're like, yeah, we don't really want to play this, and like,
I actually quite enjoy them when it's like what's it called, like a baby shower and stuff like that, where they do all those games.
oh,
I
those games
actually,
are funny. Yeah,
oh
like
man,
drink out of the bottle and
oh,
stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
be hyping them up. It's like, come on, chug, chug, and then
yeah,
people get all loud and stuff like that. So I make them fun.
yeah. Yeah, Smiley says we had 500. Yeah, that's what I
That's about
see
right.
too. But
500 is
we even tell people if they just see an MC, we do it individually. Nice.
We have a
So Smiley, let me ask you this though. Do you mean like 500 for a dedicated MC or just like MC services? You know what I mean? Because like for like the same like one person doing DJ and MC. Because for me it's like let's say like the Diego's basic package. Like if there's one person that includes like I say DJing and like MCing, but when I talk to them, I tell them it's like, basically basic announcements. I'll announce the entrances and stuff like that, but it's not going to be like a super engaged kind of MC experience. I make sure that they know that. But like I don't add extra to be like, all right, if you need me to make announcements, it's $500 more. It's just like I come and I do the basic stuff. But if you need like somebody like special, I'm like, you should look for someone else, like a separate MC.
You know that a lot of people think that the DJ should be emceeing,
Right.
and and I don't
For,
think
for the basic stuff,
it's,
for the
I don't
basic
think
stuff,
it
that's
has
why
to.
they're like, it's like, oh, we just need you to like say that, like the entrances or like tell us when dinner's open or something like that. That's
Okay,
why people are like, oh,
give,
like can't you just do it?
give an announcement or two. It's fine. Like shit, I can't even do that. I do that. I can do
yeah,
an announcement, but like emceeing an event is completely different.
yeah.
It's
That's
not the
very true.
same. It's a completely different game
Yeah,
than just
that's why I
playing.
have to like. That's why I specify to them. It's like, look, like if you're looking for somebody to like be out in front of the crowd and really engaging with everybody, it's like I'm not gonna be doing that. It's
Hmm.
gonna be like the bare basics, like kind of stuff. And some people are like, oh yeah, no, that sounds good. That's all we need. And some people are like, oh no, we like want somebody to like really be out there and this and that. And I'm like, all right, no, it's good. So that way they know they know
Our,
what they're signing up for.
That's
our
right.
our people get the full LRE experience.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
happens.
honestly,
That's what happens.
they get
And
everything. Like,
and,
yeah, the
and
whole package of
I
party.
think that the best part of it is that we don't see it as a job. We have fun doing it. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like you have fun. You eat for free.
honestly.
You like you have everything to your disposal and you get paid for it. Hey,
Yeah.
let me know where to sign.
Yeah,
That's
sign me
right.
up.
Uh,
I'm in it all the way too.
That's
and
what I do.
we
When I started out and I heard like I was working for this other DJ and he's like, my first time I had never gotten paid for DJing before. And he's like, like I only give $500 for an event. Is that okay with you? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. Yeah. I'm like, oh, sign me up, bro. That's like I was expecting like $80 or something, man. That's sick.
That's pretty sick right there.
well now that we're talking about this, so Peewee, give us a like step to step of how do you prepare for an event for a wedding? Like from the time you wake up to the time you get into like start announcing. How do you prepare?
Oof.
Mentally, physically, everything. Because my boy Shay here, he goes to the gym before those events, and then he
Sometimes.
sometimes goes to the gyms after the event. He tripping.
Oh man. I usually typically prepare myself like the day before and writing the schedule out, practicing the names and all that stuff. Really, the next day would be for me kind of just thinking about it, not trying to like worry myself or overthink things. The pressure really starts when I get there. Like when I get there, we're done setting up, and I'm like, okay, it's almost time for it. I kind of just take a deep breath, say it to myself one more time, go through the whole schedule. Once I'm in there, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. My go-to is gonna be like a White Claw or something. Just kind of get that, like, get let loose. That's what helps me get loose, is like a good White Claw or some kind of alcohol beverage. But it gets me going, and then from there, um, once I engage with them, is really when I'm comfortable. Like once I get to meet the party crew, whether if it's a bride or a groom. Once I get to meet them, engage with them, and I kind of feel their energy, that's really where I kind of just really let loose. But I want to say the biggest pet peeve of mine is I gotta meet them before they come in, and that's my number one for me. Just to make sure I'm saying their names correctly, make sure I'm lining them correctly, giving them the schedule again that Diego and them has set up for me to like do. If they agree to it, then I'm 100%. But just moments leading up to that, it's just preparing myself, just saying it to myself over and over. I got this. I've done it before. I've done it many times, and sometimes I'll even text my wife and like be like, "Hey, I'm about to do it," and she'll be like, "Yo, kill it," and then boom, that just kind of just sparks me to do it.
She didn't say that the
Nice.
first time.
Yeah, no, she didn't. I just walked in there thinking I got it,
And
and I'm
he
pretty
killed
sure
it.
I did kill it. Literally killed it.
He
Literally.
killed the party.
So, and can you give us like do's and don'ts, like for MCing while working weddings or private events?
On the dues, I won't speak much on because I've said on there, always prep yourself for sure. Don't overthink on things. Sometimes you got to also remember that the attention is not always supposed to be you. The attention is supposed to be for whom the party is for. Like you got to make it about them. I see most DJs try to crack, not DJs, but MCs try to crack jokes and stuff. I'm not too much on that. Again, I'm not trying to be the center of attention. So I say don't make yourself a clown if you're gonna go out there. Pop a little bit of jokes here or there if there's like kind of like a dead silence or somebody, for example, like if somebody's like you say the food is ready but nobody's going to the food, I'll be like, okay, no need to run. And, kind of just throw a little haha there. That's the only thing I would do. But I would say don't make yourself like you're a jokester or anything
Yeah.
like that.
That I have to say on that is that's one of my like pet peeves about MCs, because I see a lot of MCs here. New York, New Jersey is like you get all these like kind of showy type of people. So there's literally MCs and they're like it's like their party. Like they're like the
Yeah,
center. They make it like it's like they're the center of attention.
right.
This one guy, even like the last dance. You know how it's usually like the last song is like, I don't know, usually something that for the bride and groom, or like I usually make it about them. But this guy's last song is the MC tells everyone to get around him, and he's in the middle and he sings the song, and like everybody's like he wants everyone to like dance around him while he's in the middle like singing the song
Oh
alone.
God,
So
yeah,
I'm like, bro, like it's just like this, and this is a wedding, right? So it's like, dude, like this isn't it parties. I think it's important as an MC to remember, like it's not about you.
that's right.
Your job is to highlight the bride and groom, But I think some of these MCs, at least what I see, like New York is probably on another level, but it becomes too much like a show. They think like they're the star of the show, and it's
That's
like
right.
like you need to know what your place is as an MC and
Right.
as a vendor.
There's like the right times to do things. So if you're gonna pop a joke or do that, you can. There's gonna be times for it, or even if you're getting somebody to come out and dance, there's times to do it. So that's
Yeah.
yeah. Just don't. I guess don't get annoying with it. Is really where it boils down to. Or yeah,
Let's see what Smiley said here. He said, when it's done individually, it's for the first dance in the program. But to MC the event and engage with the crowd, that only comes when they hire us to DJ as well. Oh, okay. He's talking about like if you were to MC on their own. Sometimes clients can't find an MC for the program. They just do the program announcements and leave. Oh. So like if you were hired to MC, you just like do the program and then leave
And then
afterwards
leave.
for the dance
Yeah.
floor.
yeah,
That's
That's
interesting.
usually here in Virginia. That's what they do. Uh, Especially like regular MCs. There's this guy. He's really good. He's really funny, and like people you know
Oh,
him.
well, see that.
He
Yeah,
he's crazy. Oh,
man,
he's crazy, and he charges $500.
I
But
forgot what
he
his name is,
but
but
like you said, he he puts out a show. He puts out, but and then the whole attention is on him, not
Yeah.
on the crowd. I mean, not on the
The
newlyweds.
people that hire him
And
have to know like this is what they're gonna get.
yeah,
yeah,
see, some of my flow I got from him honestly, because he did a wedding for a friend and he was there, and I mean I got to give it up to him. He was amazing, like
yeah, he's
from announcing them in to keeping the party going to having everybody engaged. I mean, I remember him, and I wish I know his name so I can definitely tell you guys. But I picked up a lot of sauce from him,
Hmm.
like the way of his his body, his
presentation.
his presentation was just flawless, and like he made people dance. That's me. Like that's where I kind of got that flow from, because most MCs, DJ Pretty Boy said, and you DJ Shay, is like they just go out there to announce and then they're out. For me, I announce, I keep the flow going, I keep it entertaining. Like that's kind of the same flow I follow from him.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find his name, because honestly, yeah, I gotta kudos to him and shout out to him.
Yeah, I think his name is like Overmar or something like that.
Something like
I don't
that.
know.
But man, he was amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. The only thing that I would say is that the attention gets drawn from the newlyweds to him. That's the
Hmm.
only thing, and that's something that like Peewee doesn't do. Like he pulls out people to dance or whatever, but he's always like announcing or saying the newlyweds names and like
Yeah,
everybody, hey, you know, like to the newlyweds, like so they
Yeah.
know that don't forget that it's for them, not for me. I'm on the mic, but don't forget. So like so that's fine. But my this dude is like he's so funny and like he's so crazy that
yeah,
like everything is like spotlight on him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so it could be
That's
a
interesting.
good thing and a
But
bad thing.
sometimes maybe if clients know that that's what he does and they're hiring him, that's what they want. Maybe it's like
Exactly. Exactly.
that's what they're looking for. So it's like if that's his brand and that's people know that's how he's gonna be, and then they're still hiring him, then it's like, okay, then they must want that. Then maybe
Yeah,
they don't want to be the center of attention. Then
I kind of feel like most of our clientele, honestly, was picked up from seeing how we were, and then at the end of the party, they're like asking us for cars, like, you guys were amazing, that we need you, like, yeah. So I mean, I feel like they know what to expect when we are there. We've
yeah,
done multiple parties where we've seen similar faces that we've done their quinces or weddings, like, oh man, you guys are getting awesome, like they already know what to expect through the
yeah,
night,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they know our flow, they know
We
my taste.
we got in times that like Pee Wee said, of the someone in the crowd we DJ their party and then they'll come up to us like, hey guys, remember us? You did your party. Now we know this party's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
hearing those things, it's like, damn, like we
we
did
did,
good,
yeah,
yeah, we did
like
good.
yeah.
it helped a lot. What up, Jason?
What's up, SA Entertainment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, yeah. So, give me, in your opinion, what uh, what are the emerging trends and innovations shaping to the future of MCing and the wedding industry?
That's a good question there. I would say, for me, I'm gonna speak on myself, because everybody has their different flows of emceeing. But my future would be recognizing like my style, like people having engaged on how I am. Pretty much just throwing myself out there on hyping a party up, not just directly emceeing and announcing. But I say just need to be MC more on that are with the crowd and helping them hype them up. So hopefully more MCs can be like that instead of just announcing. It's kind of hard to see videos out there where the MC is actually with the crowd, dancing with the crowd, and
Yeah,
picking all
you,
that stuff up.
you don't see that much.
You don't. You really
No,
don't.
dude, honestly, think on YouTube. There's not a single YouTuber that has like a dedicated MC. Like I honestly can't think of anyone.
Yeah, honestly, like the only one that I've really seen on the floor at one point would be like DJ Bar, and that's kind of where I got things at. But not even
Right.
him, where he's like jumping
No,
and
but
making with the
he's
crowd.
he's on the floor for the entrances only, but
Yeah,
not like
Right.
he's
for
not
the
during the
dance
party.
floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going in there,
You know?
engaging with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like there's nobody. There's honestly nobody on YouTube. Obviously, there's people out there, but like I'm saying on YouTube, there's literally nobody does it that way.
LRE does.
I thought you were doing too legit or something.
well, that would
No,
be
but
like this.
Yeah, DJ 2L. And like no,
no, but honestly,
he
I just feel like maybe more MCs need to be a little bit like that, and I want to put out there that it's okay to do that. Like you gotta engage with everybody. You gotta make it fun.
You also got to think about like majority of these MCs, they see it as a job, so
Yeah,
they dare to do whatever they have to do, and then they're
and
gone.
bounce. See,
We
that's not
don't see it
me.
as a job.
That's not me. Like, yes, I'm getting paid at the end of the day and all that, but man, like I enjoy it, like if it's my party too. Like again, it's for them
yeah.
and all, but I feel like my job is to make it fun for them, make it memorable for them, that's really my main goal.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
what strategies do you employ to keep the energy level high and maintain the momentum throughout the whole event?
Feeling the crowd for sure. It's kind of hard because we've have encounter where there's parties that we just can't. Like there's some people that just won't dance, or if you're hosting a party that's more on the like Christian side of things and don't like vibey music or they don't dance, that can be hard. But a party that I can feel the energy and I know that's what they want, it's easily to keep them hyped, and I can feel their energy to keep them going. But I wouldn't say every party's the same. There's something that's going to be a little bit more settled, more on the, I would say, boring side. But you just got to continue. You got to do, at that point, you're there to do your job. Like you're just there to announce and stuff like that.
So basically, adapt.
Yeah,
Adapt to the occasion.
adapt to the occasion.
Now, with that being said, how do you handle requests or suggestions from clients that may not align with your vision for their wedding?
I mean, again, you gotta adapt because at the end of the day, they're paying for what they want to see, and you gotta they're your boss at that point. So if they don't want me to be on the dance floor and hype the way I gotta maintain myself in the background, like I just gotta adapt to what they want me to do. At that point, again, it'll be more of a job. I haven't had anything like that yet, but I'm sure we may encounter where they're like, hey, try not to, you know,
We have
hype.
one already.
Yeah.
The one for the July, the Thursday one that we have, the June 13th or
hmm
whatever. Yeah,
That one.
they don't want any hyping.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
Right.
more of a settled one. So
Yeah,
pretty
that
much,
one.
pretty much there, I'm gonna adapt myself that I'm just gonna simply announce and be an MC at that point. So yeah, just adjusting, and you gotta admit you can't get mad at what they don't want. They hired you to do this. You just gotta show them that you can do your job there.
Yeah. Let's see. Smiley has a couple things. I'm talking to Lowrider Car Club. They're having an event in Atlanta. Oh shit!
That's nice.
You're going all the way to Atlanta, bro. I'm taking my 360 booth. Mr. Capone and the Delphonics are gonna be there. Oh,
Ooh,
nice,
Oh,
man.
man,
Mr.
that's
Capone,
awesome. Low
that's
rider,
awesome.
let's go.
That's
That's tough.
crazy,
That's
dude.
tough.
Atlanta.
That's
Oh,
tough.
get him on the get the artist on the 360 booth. That'd be dope.
Yo,
That would be
Capone,
awesome.
get him on the 360.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Capone.
and then my brother and I both rotate to DJ and MC. We went out to the crowd to hype them up. We try to give them the club crunk vibe. Yeah, that's great, man.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like what you were saying, that like, that's like, it kind of becomes your brand too. Then, it's like when people think about LRE, they think of, oh, like this is the experience that we're expecting, so then you're probably going to start getting less clients that are like, okay, don't hype us up,
Exactly. Yeah.
because then people that want to have a hype party, that want to do that, they're going to hire you only, and
They
not the
already
people
they
that are,
already yeah, they already know what the flow is gonna be like. So
yeah.
absolutely, we kind of put that message out there like that.
Oh, this is interesting. So people curse. I'd never curse at a party like that, but Hispanic
Yeah.
DJs, they curse while they're MCing.
I definitely don't curse when I MC. I especially because sometimes there's kids around, but I try to not to. I don't think I've ever said really a bad word. Unless if there's a song that's playing like to the window, to the walls and stuff or something like that, and everybody's singing it, then I'm in there too. But that's about it.
There's only one
Yeah.
time. There's only one time that he said about words when he tripped over the speaker.
Oh, you're right.
He said, "Who the fuck put the speaker here?"
Yeah, I did get pretty mad. I'm not gonna lie, man.
He said on the mic.
Dude, yeah, I said on the mic too. Yeah, who the fuck put this shit? Yeah, that I did. But then this guy came and picked me up, and I tried to make it funny. I'm like, oh shit, my hero, and everybody was laughing.
You saw the mic the whole time.
I held onto that
While you're
mic, bro.
falling down, you're like, oh shit. Oh.
I am vital to my mic, bro. I never
That's
let
so
that
funny.
thing go. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally felt like this, like with the mic on.
I was still talking while I was on the floor.
It's like, bro, put your hand down or something. They break the fall, bro.
For
that
the
was
guy,
hilarious.
for everybody that's watching, look at it in our episode. We have it. on LRE.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
But yeah, besides that, like during events, we do not use
Nah.
profanity at all. We don't cuss.
Jason with a reminder. Definitely no profanity should be used.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's right. He's right. No, none of
That's
that.
funny, dude.
Let's put parentheses. Hey Jason, I'm still waiting for those gig logs. The
Oh,
what's it called?
yeah, how'd that go? The wedding expo.
Yeah, the
That's
expo.
the expo. That
I'm
was what we were
waiting,
talking about
man.
last time.
I'm excited to see your stuff.
Yeah. He
Unless you
said
trip on the
unless you
speaker.
trip on a speaker, then you can just
Yeah.
That was so funny, bro. When we got home, my dad was like, "Yo, how'd it go?" And P was like, "It was good until somebody put a fucking speaker behind it, and I fell."
My ass and everything was hurting, man. Yeah, they did me
Bro, you
dirty.
that's like the tabletop, like back in middle school. You tabletop each other. That's like basically what happened to you.
They did me dirty, man.
Yo, Peewee, do you have any specific rituals or like routines that you do before going in?
It's gonna sound corny as hell, but yes, I always like once we get like maybe 2 minutes of getting ready to start, I'll go to the bathroom, kind of just look at myself in the mirror and just say, "Hey, you got this, you got this." Honestly, I definitely do that. Like I take one look at the mirror and I'm just like, "You got this." Get back in there and then take the last sip of whatever I'm drinking and then I get out there and do it. But that's really gonna be my juju to get things done.
Okay. Jason said posting in a few days. I have 4 consultations tomorrow, 78 follow-ups. God
Oh,
damn.
damn.
Okay.
There
So
you
so they
go.
do work. So they do work.
They do work.
78 follow-ups.
Well,
For a
it's gonna be
consultation.
interesting to know how many closings you get from all this follow-ups and consultations. So
That's gonna be 82 closings right there too.
That's strong, man. There's one more right there.
love a
All
lot.
right,
No,
look, now
Hispanic
Smiley
digits.
says Hispanic. All right, this is you, bro. I
Hispanic
need
digits
Google
I've
Translate,
seen out here.
especially for the bad words.
They be talking about Viva la Raza. Oh, that has to be a Mexican MC. Because
Yeah,
we don't use that. Viva la raza. It's a very heavy Mexican thing to say.
yeah.
They and we don't use that, but like we love it. Like if you're gonna say Viva la raza, I'm gonna say it too. Like Viva la raza, bro. Like for real.
I actually would say something like que les valga madres and shit like that. That
Or
that that's
something
that
like
would be something I would say.
well, there's a song. There's a song from Maná que it says porque me vale.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Me
good.
vale
Like there's
todo,
songs,
yeah.
like I said, if it goes with the flow of the song and there's stuff like that, I would say it. Or it depends on where they're from.
Jason said Viva Taco Bell.
Viva Taco Bell, dang. I'm pretty sure they'll put
Yeah,
another
baby.
speaker behind me.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
live mas, baby, live mas. That's all I would say. La Raza de Taco Bell.
Yeah, now that I mentioned that, do you, Shay, do you have any rituals or routines before like you start doing your thing before performing or anything? And everyone
Nah.
here on the chat, do you have any rituals or routines that you guys do before starting?
Nah, I do like honestly my ritual is when I'm loading my car. It's like that's like when I'm like, all right, I'm getting into that zone now. It's like I have a specific way I load everything, and it's like I start doing that. You're like, okay, like then I'm kind of like getting in that mood. And then the drive up, my drives are usually pretty far for where I live. So during my drives, I just like to reflect, and I don't like it's kind of like I just reflect on like how I got here. I try to reflect on like how I started and all the things, just to kind of stay grounded and just be like, you know, I have the opportunity to do this, and I'm just grateful that like, you know, I'm still able, I'm able to DJ this party and someone's paying me to do it. So I like to think about like the parties that I've done in the past and think a little bit about how I got here, and just so it like keeps me kind of like grounded, you know, because it's like it's still kind of crazy that it's like someone's paying you to like do something that I would otherwise do for free, you know. So
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like they're choosing you to do that. That's
yeah,
really
exactly.
strong,
So
yeah.
so
No
I like
pressure. No pressure.
I kind of
No
reflect
pressure.
like that.
No, but I agree. I can agree with that because there's times where I would reflect back that I've done it many times. I could do it again.
So
Like
Palacio said they start shouting Mexican steak. That's true. They do that a lot in like Mexican parties.
McDonald's.
Yeah, they should.
McDonald's.
Hey, so
McDonald's
That's
has
where
a
it's
all
at.
the so
yeah, that is
all the
that's
Latinos in this stream eat McDonald's, and the two non-Latinos eat Taco Bell. That's what's happening.
McDonald's is a spot for sure though.
Yeah.
Before and after the party.
We stop McDonald's before and after.
Oh, before and after. Damn,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I do Taco Bell after. Before I just go to the party.
If I eat
I'll,
Taco Bell that late, I won't be able to sleep, man. I'll be in the bathroom like
Yeah,
chilling that
no,
out, bro.
yeah, so there's
oh,
sometimes where we skip, the food that they're giving because I don't know. Sometimes when I eat, it's like it throws me off. So
yeah,
I try not to
yeah.
eat during the party.
No, for sure. That can happen too.
Yeah.
They be wilding. They be wilding, but as long as it goes with the song, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they be like yelling the mariachi like the little
Oh, I'll
like
be
that
doing that
thing.
sometimes on the mic too.
Yeah, so
Those
like
ad libs.
there's
That's
there's
right.
little things that you can implement once you're playing like some like quebradita or like duranguense, because it goes with it. But like, don't be throwing out like out of nowhere like you're playing a salsa and throw something like that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? Like, it's crazy.
My
Jason
routine
said,
is go over everything when I have everything set up prior to and I have all the names correct prior to speaking. I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Yeah, I think that's why it's huge to get set up early, because I like to be able to do that too, where everything's set up, everything's done, and now you can kind of have that chance to breathe and go over like, okay, what am I going to be actually doing, rather than like, all right, everything's set up and then the party's starting like 5 minutes later.
yeah. So in that case, so that those fall under routines. But do you guys have any rituals? So I'm gonna say mine because I said it on a couple of gigs too. My first thing is I need to wear my Barcelona socks. That's
Yeah,
one of
that's
my
good.
rituals, bro. If I'm not wearing my Barcelona socks, I'm tripping. Like I'm tripping. Like,
He is honestly, and that's why every single time we leave, I'm like, "Hey, you got your Barca socks?" He's like, "Oh, I got him."
yeah, I need to wear my Barcelona socks. Then
That's
when
funny.
once we go into the event, we always listen to like banda. Always.
Yeah.
To like it just like refreshes my head. So that's another ritual. I have to listen to banda when I go.
I gotta agree with Jason on what he said here. That he finds if he doesn't think about it, he'll start rambling through things. I agree with that. I feel like it too. Like I always gotta like check myself and just kind of go over everything, kind of just brainstorm it in my head, and then make it flow. Because if I don't, I feel like I'm just gonna ramble through things as well. So I agree with that, Jason.
Yeah. So another thing that I do is, and people knows, I always while I'm driving, I'm praying. And when I'm praying, like I pray for like give thanks to God for another day for allowing me to do this event,
Hmm.
and then like I tell him like please like this is you like all glory to you and guide me through this. And then right before like a minute or two before we're about to start, Peewee and I pray together to
That's
hope
right,
that everything does like like everything goes well and everything goes fine. And then once it's done, once everything is done and we're in McDonald's,
dude.
uh, I pray again and then I thank God for the opportunity and for putting the right songs in my head. Because to me, all glory is to Him. Eventually, everything goes through Him.
That's right.
With Him, everything. Without Him, nothing.
I agree.
So
I agree 100%.
I
It
mean,
feels
I'm not trying to make this religious, but that's just my routine, my
Yeah.
rituals and my routine. That's
Yeah.
me.
Well, it's like, at the end of the day, this is for us, we do the parties often, but for these people that we do it for, it's like it could be the only, like one of the only times, they celebrate. It's like it's the only
yeah,
time they're going to celebrate that occasion, so it's a once in a lifetime thing for all these people. And so it's like, we have to give it that level of attention and seriousness when we do it. It's like they're spending all this money, they're celebrating some big event in their life. It's like it's a big it shouldn't be taken for granted.
So
absolutely.
Palacios is not superstitious. He doesn't really have rituals. Okay. I mean, not everyone is superstitious. It's just that I don't know. Like if I feel more comfortable when I have my Barcelona socks. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like I'm gonna
that's
kill
being
it.
that's being superstitious, bro.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah,
said me. I am
yeah,
superstitious.
he said he's
I
gonna
Yeah,
am.
yeah, yeah.
I said I am superstitious. But but like when that there was an event that I did not wear, like the wedding that we did, bro, I was tripping. I
yeah.
when I noticed I didn't have the socks on, I was like, oh my god, bro, I'm gonna mess up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna mess up. And then people like, nah, bro, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And I was like, I don't know, bro, I don't feel confident. Like I don't feel that confident anymore. But I think it's just like that because I killed it.
That's another good thing though, like having DJ Pretty Boy. Like, see, if somebody were to hire me separately to do MC, truly, I don't know how I would feel. I just feel like we complement each other very good. Like if he sees that I'm nervous, he'll kind of just put me in my right mindset. Or if I see him on the same nervous side, like we just kind of just have that flow for each other on when we're there. So I don't typically see myself maybe emceeing with somebody else or for a separate event. I don't know yet. I haven't had it yet. I've had people ask me to do it, but I just haven't had, felt comfortable with it. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm meant for LRE and I'm with him or not. That's it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So Jason said that he prays as well, and that's probably the thing that it always does at every event before starting. Yeah, that's also what I do,
Hmm.
and I feel like that also gives me puts me in the right mentality that everything's gonna go positive.
That's
Because
right.
you obviously you know like out of so many people that DJ, you were chosen, and you want to give your best
That's
because
right.
it's a one in a lifetime thing, and it's recorded, so
And it
you don't
is
want to
recorded.
miss it.
Yeah.
And like he said, like we complement each other. There's more times that like between him and I'm beating myself up more than he is beating himself up because like I said, I'm always doing mixes live, and I'm doing like, and when I notice that I messed up on something, I'm like in my head and I'm killing myself. Everybody's dancing, enjoying it, and I'm tripping, bro. I'm like, damn, I messed up on the mix. Like they didn't notice, I did, and then he's like, bro, you good, you good. Nobody noticed it. Like you can't tell. I didn't
Yeah.
even. He's like, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, but it's just like that's a DJ thing. Like you can
It
tell when
is.
you mess up. And like we're doing so many things. I'm doing so many things in the fly. Like I'm thinking like three songs ahead, and like where I'm gonna change the music and all of that. Like sometimes like you're a beat off, and then it sounds horrible
Hmm.
to us, but like they don't notice. So like those things, and that's why it's really good like to have him as my support because then he puts me back in the flow, or else I'll be stuck on like, damn, I fuck up on this. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm
yeah,
gonna do. Like
it is pretty crucial because it's true. It's true. There's times where it would happen. I feel like he kind of just beats himself about it. But it's like, dude, like they didn't even notice. Get him back on the flow. Or sometimes who knows? Like you'll have like a little shortage or something, but then I keep going. Like that's where I improvise the most too. Like or if he does a quick change, he accidentally hit the crossbar to change the song, and he didn't mean to. I'll start talking. It's like, all right, now we're going to merengue, even though he didn't mean to slide over to that song. But there's times like that. That's what I gotta be ready for. Anything like that, or if there's a small little cut, be ready to speak on it.
yeah, and that comes with time. It's pretty much you're improvising. At that
Yeah.
point, he's improvising from something that was not expected. Because
Mm-hmm.
and obviously, and that's another thing that is something that we DJs take a risk on. If you're if you're pre-mixing, that there's no risk. But if we're doing it live, if we're a literally DJing, then there's all these risks are gonna happen, and it just depends on like how you come back from when you fall, how you come back up, and you need that support. So I think that that's very very helpful to have someone there that
Yeah,
will put you
absolutely.
back in your spot.
I do like what Smiley said also on the comment there about that he pictures the event and how he wants it to go and work. I'm like I can reflect on that too. I usually like to picture myself already doing it on the ride up there, kind of like how I want it to flow, how I want to sound and stuff like that. So I can relate to that.
So let's
Man,
see.
we're 20 minutes over right now. This is a new record for the
Oh wow.
stream.
So Jason said, I'm trying my assistant to training my assistant. See, I can't be reading, bro. Go ahead, Jay. You read, bro. I can't read.
I have a 4-month plan. Oh, that's a good idea. To become a multi-op, you gotta get comfortable with the microphone. No, I like that. That's awesome, man. You're making a plan to become a multi-op. I think that's key. Is like right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm just shooting in the dark. I'm like, oh, I should do this. I should do this. I should do this. But like making a plan like that and having a steps for yourself. That's awesome, man.
And the
Hopefully we can't
and the
wait to
best
see how it goes.
and the best thing is that you are training him how you want him to DJ. So that's even better. It's easier to teach someone new to DJ than someone that already has their own flow and everything, because it's they're always gonna fall back into how they do it, and that's not how you wanted to do it, and there could be a conflict. But if you teach them how you want them to do it, then that's how it's gonna get done. So it's like a mini you basically. So that's
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Congratulations on that, man. I hope the multi-up thing works for you, and get more bookings, especially with the 78 follow-ups.
Man, that's good.
You gonna need that.
Yeah, no, that's
Even
really
though
good, man. That's
I
awesome.
have my headphones on in the gym, not paying attention to the music, just focused on providing a great event for the client. Yep.
That's right.
Getting in the zone.
That's
yeah,
right.
we DJs definitely. Because we know things that no one else is gonna notice.
Yeah.
I hate people don't notice when I mess up either, but I also hate it when they notice. Yeah, I like that they don't notice. I like that only I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they notice, you messed up something. That's bad.
yeah, I was gonna say that if they notice, you fucked up. You didn't mess up. You fucked up if you notice. But
Yeah,
like,
something.
it's
Sometimes
rare.
I'll mess up and I'll just pretend I won't show it on my face, and my face will just be like I'm like vibing to the music, like as if like that was on purpose,
Yeah.
They're like so sometimes people look at me, but I'm just like going like this or something. So I don't show it, don't show it on your face if you're like messed up,
And that could easily happen on the mic too. I mean, there's times where I've said things that I guess I didn't mean to say, but either they didn't quickly catch it because the background music, or they did catch it, but you just gotta keep
Just
going.
move forward. Yeah, don't be like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, I meant this, and like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You'll make it even more awkward if it like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Keep moving, and then don't let it mess you up next too, because then you could get in your head like you're thinking about what you said before, but you still got stuff to say.
Absolutely, yes. I even tell that to Diego. Like when I catch myself doing something, I'm like, I go like once everything is done, I'm like, damn, I almost got choked up there. And he was like, oh really? I didn't even notice it. So,
yeah.
I mean, even though I noticed, I just say I didn't notice, so he feels all right. He's like, all right, if you didn't notice, it's fine.
So he did. So you did notice.
At that point, doesn't matter. Like it's already done.
It's already done. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I say, oh yeah, I know that, bro, you fucked up, then it's gonna make it worse. So I'll be like, no, yeah, bro, it's okay. I didn't notice.
Damn,
So,
I wish I didn't hear that part now.
Now you tell them now. Now he's gonna every time you say it. It's
from
not gonna matter.
From now on, don't ask me.
I know. I'm gonna go ask the client. Damn, I fucked up.
All right. So in closure, because we're way past, but in closure, any tips that you could give any new MC or any new DJ that's trying to get into the MCing, any tips or tricks that you would like to provide to them so they can go ahead and start this or get better at it if they already have done it.
Absolutely. I say don't give up. Definitely learn from your mistakes. Every little gig, just pick up on your little flaws and make it better the next time for sure. Again, it's gotta be something that's gotta come naturally. You gotta prepare yourself mentally, physically. Just kind of run it through your head. Whatever helps you get in that zone too. Whether if it's a quick Red Bull or going to the gym. I mean, make it something that you do it every time to put you in that right mindset. Don't overthink things. It's probably gonna be one of the biggest thing as well, because I used to do that a lot where I just would overthink and it would just make my words not come out what I want to say. So I just say calm down, practice, say the names, practice your lines. At this point in time, I have a generic line that I use all the time. There'll be a couple changes that I'll tweak on it, but I kind of memorize it. I try not to read it off what I have printed out. It'll mess me up. So I kind of just remember already on the words. So try to remember your slogan of what you say, how you intro, how you get in. that's probably gonna be the biggest thing for me is practice, get in the right mindset.
What about you, Shay?
Yeah, that's what I realized. I've been trying to improve my emceeing recently, but exactly, just practicing it and writing. For me, it became like writing out like a script kind of, but then having that as a basis, and then practicing that. Like I was practicing that at home before, between that gig log that I made and then my next gig that I did after that. I was practicing like, all right, this is what I'm gonna say. Making an actual effort to do it, because you could be a really outgoing person and think like you could improvise stuff, but you're gonna say like you're gonna mix up your words or say something weird or say the wrong word here or there.
Yeah.
Like it might not make a big deal, but like if you're trying to get better, you're trying to be a professional at it. It's like that you have to practice and be mindful about the emceeing part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you gotta take in consideration that this is something that you're doing. Like, you need to like read and practice. You're gonna mess up at times, but just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If you beat yourself up, then you're gonna start rumbling more, and like you're gonna stumble on words and things. It's gonna go like really bad. If you messed up, okay, just keep going.
That's right. Don't give up. Don't give up. I've had a terrible like on that Keen saying like I grew from it. I've never touched that again. Like I want to be better.
Yes, as long as you're ready to understand and know that it's not gonna be easy. Man, I'm talking like I do it, but
well, you do. I mean, you typically do it. Even when you DJ, like even mixing for somebody, you've had an experience where they changed the whole surprise dance and you had to mix it in the spot. Like you got to be prepared for what the curveball is. I mean, you just got to be ready.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Absolutely, you got to be ready no matter what. Whether you're in the mic, whether you're DJing, or even if you're a photographer. I mean, you got to be ready for all those given moments.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll shut it out here because we're way past. And I told you it was gonna be cool. It was gonna feel like real quick. It went by fast.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that was good, man.
I definitely thank you guys so much for having me in the pod. DJ Shay, pleasure meeting you. Finally get to talk to you. DJ Pretty Boy, always having my back and everything you do. Man, you do it so great. So everybody that's in the chat too, thank you so much for hearing me out today. And
yeah, man, we had a good chat, some good action in the chat today too. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for joining. If you have any more questions, you can send it to our email address, Las Rocas Entertainment @gmail.com. You can send email questions there for Peewee. He can read them and he'll reply to you.
That's
and
right.
If you want him back, let us know. We'll bring him back.
Want him back.
We'll run him back. You already know. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for your support.
Guys.
Love you guys. Yep.
Peace.